Yon! Welcome to another episode of Self-Talk with Ken Somera. And syempre, nandito na naman tayo sa episode na mapapaisip tayo. Bakit? Kasi meron tayong tanong na gusto natin i-work on with this discussion right now. At ang tanong na yon ay, anong pumapasok sa utak ng isang tao kapag sinasabihan ka na ang pangit mo? And syempre, our guest right now has a lot of things to share with regards to this topic. Let's welcome Dr. Kyla Talents. Hi, Kyla.
Hello, Ken. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Grabe yung topic natin. Yun
Yes.
kagad, grabe yun
Hugot talaga.
Yun talaga.
Yeah.
Pero sige, Kyla, sige, dadaanan naman natin introductions. Pero I want to hear your thoughts about this. I mean, this is a very hard topic and hindi talaga napag-uusapan to kadalasan. Kasi,
Yes.
di ba, behind the scenes, di ba, nag-uusap naman din tayo. Meron mga tao kasi nagsasabi sa mga most of our clients, mula nung bata, uy, ang pangit mo. And then that sticks to them the rest of their lives.
Exactly.
And then that becomes their identity, belief. Yun na sila eh. Parang lalabas sila, alam mo, hindi ko kaya lumabas kasi feeling ko ang pangit-pangit ko. And as this is self-talk, we get to work with confidence and inner states. And you as a professional, I want to hear your side of things. I mean, how is it ba sa utak ng tao when sa mga clients mo? Yeah.
All right. First of all, that was a solid question. As in, ang pangit mo, di ba? It really hits hard. Well, but if I were to answer that from my current perspective, I will simply say, hindi no, ang ganda-ganda ko kaya. But in reality, when I was younger, I really felt unpretty. You know that TLC song, Unpretty? Gosh, it's revealing our age, no? Yung dekada natin.
Maganda yung music video nun, ha? Maganda.
Yeah. And it's actually a good song. But growing up, a lot of people told me that I was ugly. As in, they didn't even use the term ugly. They used pangit. As in, I heard that from my parents, from relatives, from classmates, and that stuck with me, and that made me feel so insecure. That's why I think even though baseline, I was already an introvert, I became even more reclusive and it made me quite afraid to interact with other people, especially people of the opposite sex. Kaya nga hanggang ngayon, no boyfriend since birth pa rin ako, di ba? But I'd like to believe that I have healed certain parts of me that felt unpretty, and that's what we're going to talk about today.
Grabe, no? Sige, well, nandito na rin naman tayo, Kyla. I want to for you to share then what do you do passionately, what do you do professionally ba, so that we could establish lang the background, di ba? Kasi syempre most of our audience, most of our friends of course know you. Diba? Walang problema, no? Pero for our newer audience, tell us more, what do you professionally do?
All right. I'm Dr. Kyla Talents, and I'm the owner of Skin Philosophy. I'm an aesthetic dermatologist, functional medicine doctor, and self-love coach. Now, I practice mainly aesthetics, although right now I'm also integrating like the inner work and like learning to forgive yourself, learning to care for yourself better, so that you can actually change certain health habits, because without looking at our inner motivations, it will be hard to like shift old patterns and old habits.
Well, doon tayo nagkakilala.
Yes.
So, nagkakilala kami ni Kyla sa Mind Valley Hypnotherapy Certification Program. Kasi onti lang yung Pinoy doon.
Yes.
I think
there was just
only
three of us.
three Pinoys. And syempre, Pinoy bonding Pinoy. Diba? Pero mga kasama namin dito sa Southeast Asia, halo-halo from Hong Kong, Singapore, India,
Malaysia.
mga klase namin, Malaysia. And we got to learn from each other ng solid din under that learning program. Doon naging friends kami, tapos nag-usap kami about how we work with our clients. And siguro yun yung next question ko, working with clients.
Mhm.
So, in your profession, gaano kadami yung nakakausap mo na pag nandun na sila sa harapan mo, sinasabi nila, Doc, ang pangit-pangit ko ngayon.
Mhm.
Marami bang cases na ganun?
Yeah.
Are they very vocal about it, or it's just an inner feeling for them?
So when I see clients, usually they complain about their skin, their hair, or their body. So a lot of doctors would see physical flaws simply as, physical dimensions of health. But in reality, there are mental and also social health aspects of the problem. So I usually dig deeper because I have a background in psychology, and as Ken mentioned, we did take up a certification in hypnotherapy with Paul McKenna. So,
Paul McKenna talaga,
yes, Paul
syempre.
McKenna,
Yung
the
solid eh.
hypnotherapist of
Yeah.
David Beckham. Tama,
Solid.
diba?
Tama.
Yeah. So, I originally took that course to help myself and to help my family members. I didn't really think of practicing it. However, I realized that because I deal with a lot of patients who have insecurities, I found that, looking into their inner world would also help them adopt healthier habits. Like, if I tell them to manage their stress levels, if I tell them to sleep earlier, if I tell them to exercise, they will find all sorts of reasons not to comply. However, when we actually analyze or have a deeper conversation with them, and we ask them why they want to improve their physical appearance, then you will discover a lot of hidden issues, and sometimes 1 hour is not enough to discuss all of those.
Okay. Okay. So when nasa clinic ka, kasi nasa mindset ko, puro work eh. You have to work eh, di ba? So hindi lang puro yung mga change sa surgeries and everything. Meron din palang conversations na nangyayari. Mas mahaba ba yung usual conversations right now na nandyan ka na sa field ngayon that you know coaching,
More
you know
holistic,
therapy.
yeah.
So hindi lang siya more on the work itself, you're also doing inner work.
Yes. So when I actually see patients, they just complain about their physical flaws. But because I'm already aware of the psychological impact of physical flaws, then I initiate these conversations na. I don't get to talk to all of my patients, but those who do request an initial consult with me prior to their non-invasive procedures, I make an effort naman to understand them better or to understand them on a more personal level. Kasi I know how it feels to deal with fears of being rejected, fears of being excluded, because I've dealt with all those when I was growing up.
Sobrang random lang nito, Kyla. Pero question lang, very curious lang ako, Kyla. Ano ba yung nagpapapangit? Yung nagbibigay ng feeling na pangit sa isang tao?
Well, from my personal experience, it's the harsh comments from the people around me. Yung sasabihan ka na ang itim mo, o kaya sasabihin na ang pangit ng balat mo, o kaya ang laki ng ilong mo. Those actually hurt. Sometimes, I would make light of the situation by agreeing, sabihin ko, oo nga eh, ang pangit nga eh, oo nga, itim ko nga eh, ganyan. Pero, a lot of people don't know that the inner struggles are much worse than what we usually show. Kasi, if you're feeling ugly, for example, you're in sales, you feel less confident when you face your clients or when you face your suppliers, right? When you're in a relationship, you're always self-conscious about the way you look, diba? So, maraming aspects ng buhay natin na apektado pag pangit yung tingin natin sa sarili natin. So, because I felt that I wasn't worthy of love or even attention, I tried really hard to look for ways to change my appearance. So, ayan na, aaminin ko, I've had rhinoplasty thrice, and being an aesthetic dermatologist, I'm lucky enough to have easy access to non-invasive treatments like non-invasive body contouring. I can easily like replenish my hair whenever I have excessive hair fall because of stress. So, in a way, I'm grateful that I had these struggles at earlier stages of my life because those led me to my current profession. However, I want to just say that, when we are not mindful of the words that we speak, even if these are jokes, we are not doing other people a favor. We are somehow contributing to the shaping of their identity. Meron ngang isang neuroscientist. Are you familiar with Dr. Joe Dispenza?
Yeah.
So, he's saying that, certain thoughts, certain vibrations can actually change your genetic expression. So, if, for example, you tell a certain person, ang pangit mo, ang pangit mo, ang pangit mo, and then that person ends up believing that and parroting that to himself, then can you just imagine the kinds of genes that would be expressed? Siguro, yung taong yon mas magkakaroon ng skin asthma, or mas malalaglag yung buhok niya, or magiging mas prone siya sa obesity, 'di ba? Kasi, this is not like some woo-woo shit, pero totoo na, it's mind over matter.
Like, ito, gusto ko mag-ping na. Gusto ko mag-ping. Sige. Gusto ko lang mag-connect. So, is it an inner state? Is it just a state? Is it just a mindset? Is it just a state? Yung pagiging pangit. Kasi, for example, palitan natin yung word. Yung favorite word ko, kupal. Palagi ginagamit niya, uy, kupal ka, bro. Or sinasabi sa akin yan. Sa akin, it's not a negative word. For a lot of people, it is a very negative word.
Yeah.
Diba? Pag niliteral mo, medyo, siya, parang dumi lang siya eh. Pero pag dito sa mga circles na iniikutan natin, pag sinabi, oy, pare, kupal ka, technically, that translates to asshole, di ba? Sa English. But for me, it's not a negative word. It's a positive word for me. So parang, sinabi pare, napakayabang mo. Pare, salamat, bro. So, ngayon, pare, ang pangit to. Now, yung sa akin, I want to inject here that is pangit just a word and we're just putting meaning to it?
Well, sometimes it all depends on the person. Like, it all depends on the emotional charge that you attach to the adjective. Because some people totally don't care about their looks because they derive their confidence from their wits.
Yeah,
From
pwede.
other things like their status or their associations, diba? So, what I'm saying is that regardless of how you view or feel about a certain adjective being attached to you, I think it would still be helpful if people are more mindful of their
talaga.
words.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't cost much to be kind, If you don't
Laking
have,
bagay din, no?
diba?
Ang laking bagay din talaga.
If you don't have anything good to
Good to
say.
say, don't say it.
Yeah.
Don't say it. Oo,
Yeah.
tama.
Pero, perhaps if you're very close to a person, like, you can sense the person's vibe
Minsan,
naman,
pag
diba?
best friend kayo, di ba? Minsan,
And,
bro, alam mo, pangit ng suot mo. Pero yung intention mo, hindi naman talaga siya i-pull down. Gusto mo lang talaga,
you want to make the person
lambing
laugh.
mo lang. Lambing mo
Oo.
lang. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oo,
so,
pwede ganun.
so people can also sense your vibration. However,
Okay,
some
vibration
people are also prone to misinterpretation. So,
Lalo na if they're outside your small circle, di ba?
Exactly.
Parang narinig, ba't mo sinasabihan na pangit siya? May mga ganun. Yeah.
people who are not so intuitive, or people who are quite socially awkward, or people who are already dealing with a lot of self-image issues.
Kaya ako tinanong yun, kasi isn't society a big factor for all of this? Because if you look at it, probably in other cultures, probably some being ugly is a pride. I mean, ano sila? It's something that would make them stand out. Kung lahat naman na nandun sa grupo na yun, puro pogi at maganda na. I mean, di ba? I mean, being the ugly one makes that person stand out. So, parang nakikita ko dito, malaking factor din yung society because it dictates what is ugly and what is beautiful.
Well, beauty is also shaped by culture.
Yun nga.
Ah,
Yun nga. Shaped siya eh. Both eh.
yes.
Both.
Um, that's so
Ang hirap,
hard
di
to
ba? Ang hirap,
answer.
di ba? Ang hirap, di ba?
Yeah, pero like if you look at
Thoughts na
social
lang.
media,
Yun na, thoughts na lang. Kasi alam kong, ang hirap maging, very, very broad nung concepts na to. Hindi natin to mapag-uusapan ng
just
ilang minutes lang.
exactly. So maybe let's just look at social media, di ba? A lot of people like flaunt their bodies. I mean, there's a certain concept of sexiness, for example. So people work so hard at the gym to get that six-pack. You know, women want to look slim, and like a lot of people undergo some surgeries just to have better proportioned bodies. And like a lot of people are also shaming those who undergo cosmetic procedures. However, like we are forgetting that there's a reason why people do it.
Yeah.
There's one camp that says you should just be happy with your body. You're fine just the way you are. On the other hand naman, there are people who just don't feel good about themselves when they look at themselves in the mirror. So let us also not judge those people. And I'm one of them. You know, because after undergoing, you know, the rhinoplasty, after slimming down through diet and body contouring procedures, I felt better about myself.
Yeah.
So even if like you bombard yourself with affirmations, I'm pretty, I'm pretty, I'm pretty, I'm pretty. But when you look at yourself in the mirror and you don't see somebody beautiful, you're not gonna believe those affirmations.
Alignment pa din. no?
Yes. Pero it's also possible for some people to actually visualize somebody more beautiful than what they see in the mirror and end up having more beautiful features. So we don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg. So this is just my personal practice. I do certain procedures to help my mind accept that I'm becoming prettier and prettier,
Okay.
and then I'll be able to lift my vibrational frequency. I'll be able to feel more confident, and I guess that helps my gene expression, and that helps clear up my zits, for example, or my breakouts. So, without the procedures kasi in my case, it's harder for me to jump from here to here. You know, there are days when I experience breakouts. And sometimes I wish for like a magic na, the mind over matter, kahit wala akong gawin, tomorrow, clear na ulit yung balat ko. It doesn't happen. So I undergo lasers, chemical peels, and plasma, whatever I have at my clinic, to make my skin clearer faster. And then, like, some would say it's placebo effect. Scientists would say the machines really do work, but it doesn't really matter as long as you get better skin after doing the treatments. It's good.
Visual eh. Nakikita mo and nag-a-affirm siya. Nag-a-align dun
Yeah.
sa
I mean, for
inner
advanced
self mo.
meditators, maybe, like, they can shift to a certain physical form or appearance without having to do anything. But for me, I'm not yet there. Like, how I wish I could easily make flu disappear in 24 hours.
That would be nice.
I mean, with headache, I'm successful. You know, sometimes with ice, sometimes without ice. So, like, if we were in like philosophy class, you can ask, is it the ice or your belief that the ice can actually take away your headache?
Tama, tama.
Diba?
Pero, sige, going dun sa stress, I do think, ito marami kang masasabi dito eh, with regards to stress. we were talking kanina
Mm.
rin and sobrang interesting topic to. Um, Malaking factor ba yung stress sa pag like breakouts and everything?
Yes,
Kasi
definitely.
um, growing up on my end, syempre ang dami kong pimples eh.
Mhm.
Nag-subside na lang siguro ng mga nasa 30s na ako, pero 30s meron pa rin ako malalaking pimple. And gano'n, pero
Mm.
nung mga nasa 30s na ako, medyo nawala na ako ng pakialam.
Mhm.
Pero early stages parang shit, ang laki na naman ng pimple ko sa ilong. Ang
Mm.
hirap na naman lumabas ng bahay.
Mm.
Tapos lahat ng attention mo, inaasar ka ng kapatid mo. Kuya, pimple sa ilong,
Mm.
rhinoceros, ganun. Oo, di ba?
Ah.
Nasa gitna. Tapos parang, pagdating ko ng 30s, is it such a bad thing? Tapos
Mm.
ngayon, parang pag nararamdaman ko yung stress, yes, malaki nga yung chances nagkaka-breakout. Pero siguro, going to my question, do you have any tips for people who are listening right now that are undergoing a lot of stress?
Mhm. Mhm.
Maybe you could give some tips on how to manage stress
Mhm.
so that hindi rin sila masyadong magmukhang haggard and everything.
Mhm. So you did mention acne earlier on,
Yeah.
and like that's my bread and butter. Like at the clinic, I deal with a lot of patients with breakouts, like whether they're in their teens or in their adulthood. So when people are dealing with breakouts, it's usually hormonal in nature. So for me, to make patients comply to the treatments or the regimens that I prescribe, I make them see the connection between stress, hormones, and the pimples. So when you're stressed, your cortisol levels are higher. When your cortisol levels are higher, you have higher systemic inflammation. So instead of getting just blackheads and whiteheads, you get cystic pimples. Yun nga yung sabi mo, tawag ng sister mo sa'yo, rhinoceros, diba?
Oh,
I
sa
mean, that's a
ilong
bit harsh, but yeah. Pero anyway, yes, I do prescribe the lasers, the plasma, the chemical peels, and the topical products. But these are more of symptom relieving measures. I mean, if you're preparing for an event, if you're getting married, or if you're attending a big party, or you have a date, these treatments will definitely heal your skin faster. But at the end of the
Okay.
day, our goal is prevention. We don't want new pimples to come out because after doing these procedures, we're able to take out or heal or alleviate the current breakout. But new ones would still pop out if you don't address the root of the issue, which is the hormonal imbalance. So,
Okay,
kailangan
gets.
talagang ayusin yung stress levels. So, I do make meditation part of their prescription,
Okay.
and I make them avoid certain foods like pro-inflammatory food, especially those that promote acne, like dairy products, oily food, and sugar. Yes, sugar. I know it's so good, but yeah, it's pro-inflammatory and it makes you break out more. Kaya lang, I go another step further by also asking why they turn to sugar or why they turn to a lot of carbohydrates whenever they're stressed.
Okay.
So, yan nga, every time I do a consultation, it's more of like a counseling session.
Okay.
Kasi,
You have to understand what's happening inside
Yeah.
their head, inside their tummy,
exactly.
everything, so that you could
Exactly.
help them better. Tama?
Yeah, and going
Okay.
back to our main topic, which is feeling unpretty
Oh, yeah.
or sinasabihan ka ng pangit, like those harsh comments can even worsen your stress levels. Many beauty influencers, of course, have to post their faces or their bodies on social media. And some people are just overly critical or harsh, not realizing that their comments can actually impact the self-perception of the influencers that they're following or looking at. So again, I just want to go back to having compassion and kindness. So sometimes, yeah, people on social media are annoying, but if we can actually somehow stop ourselves from being too negative or overly critical, I mean, that kindness can multiply, right? Like, it's like energy. Like, whatever you put into the system, it always goes back to
Goes
you.
back to you.
Yeah, maybe not in the same route. Like, we can't avoid naman maging mabait sa taong masama. Di natin ma-expect na maging mabait sa atin.
Yeah. Ugali na nila yan eh.
Pero may balik at may balik din yan sa
Okay.
atin. The universe is mathematical. So, if we can say one genuine compliment to a stranger, a loved one, or even our pets, I think we're doing it for ourselves,
Ganda. Ganda nun.
not for the other being.
Say, it's not about just being positive lang naman.
No, hindi toxic positivity.
I think it's a very good practice to I teach this in persuasion kasi to make other people feel good.
Yes.
So mainly if you get to see some people that are going through life on hard mode na, I mean a simple gesture of like, ganda mo ngayon, ganda ng
Yes.
energy mo ngayon ah.
Yeah.
Uy, pare, I like your bag.
Yeah.
Kung hindi naman sa persona, pwede naman you could compliment on energy. You could compliment on a book
Fashion,
or
yeah.
fashion nila.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
could compliment on their friend group. You could compliment on their family. Ang dami mong pwedeng
Yes.
makomplimentan. And imagine this, one simple gesture like that could change their day and possibly could also change their life
Exactly.
and their perception about you. So, siguro, one thing to add, I'm gonna do the opposite of what you're saying lang. Add ko lang para to give value more dun sa mga nakikinig. Iba yung, that's one part, yung pag manage on what to say. Tama? The other part of it is how to manage what comes in.
That's good.
Diba? That's another thing. So, for those who are on social media, tapos, tangay na, araw-araw ka na nakakita ng ulul, pangit mo dyan, huwag ka na mag-live, huwag ka na. We see all those negativities out there. Ako, mahilig ako magbasa ng comment section eh. Kasi na-enjoy ko yung, ang random ng mga tao, sobrang random talaga. And I worry for that person behind the camera. Because I get, we're doing things like this. Nasa camera rin tayo. So, behind the camera, there's a lot of thoughts coming in. You're also thinking about the impact that you're doing dun sa ginagawa mong content. Pero yun nga eh, hindi mo kontrolado yung mga nagko-comment. And when they do comment ng masasakit, kaya yung ibang sanay na influencers na sanay sa negativity, I still worry for their mental health.
Yes. Diba, there are even K-pop stars who commit suicide because the
Kala mo,
pressure is just
kayang-kaya
too
na nila,
much.
di ba? Kayang-kaya na nila yung ano. Hindi, okay lang yan.
Yeah.
Masanay ka na. Pag may basher ka na, ibig sabihin, sikat ka na. Yun yung mga... That's reframing. Pero again, not all people are built that way na may nakikita tayo ng mga malalakas, strong na mga influencers na kaya nila eh. But not all people can tank it.
Or some people just look strong externally, but deep inside,
Exactly.
they're also going through lots of
Exactly.
battles.
Yeah, so yung sa akin lang, as I said, I just want to add na if you're listening and you're having a hard time, you also have to learn how to manage what comes in. Okay? What comes in. Okay?
And I just want to add something to that.
Yeah.
Like, always remember that your perception of who you are definitely can be influenced by your closest social circles,
Nice. Yeah.
but you always have the power to change that identity. If, for example, you don't like your current self-concept, just try to identify the sources of those negative self-talk so that you can realize that it's not your own definition of yourself.
Ganda. Ganda nun. Sige, Kyla, before we wrap up, siguro, do you have some tips, like, for, uh, for people going through a lot right now? Do you have some tips for them so that medyo mas gumaan? I mean, you talk to a lot of people.
Mhm.
You talk to a lot of people who are going through a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
So, any specific tips for our listeners right now?
All right. Maybe I can just share my personal practices. Like, I like meditating and making a gratitude list every morning. I try to,
Okay, nice.
yes, I try
Wow.
to verbalize or list down at least 10 things that I'm grateful for. At the beginning,
10
I,
talaga.
yeah,
Okay.
at least, at least.
At least! Oh
Yeah.
my God! Yung pinapagawa ko
Yeah.
sa mga clients ko, tatlo-tatlo lang eh.
Yeah.
10. Okay,
10.
sige.
I
Got
mean,
it,
once
got
you
it.
get used to it, it gets easier and easier. At the beginning, I would like pause after like a few items,
Okay,
but
okay.
now I can go beyond 10, beyond 15, beyond 20. Because like we don't have to look for grand things. You know, we can also appreciate even small things. And it doesn't take much. You know the saying, the wealthiest man is not the one who has the most, but it's he who needs the least. So, yes, it's easier
Done.
said than done, but believe it or not, I have learned to simplify my life. And it was a struggle for me because initially I was materialistic and I was so competitive. But after realizing that sometimes when you struggle too much, that's when the universe gives you a harder time because life should be easy. When you say surrender, it doesn't equate with resignation. It's simply, allowing things to flow because, life is a cycle of ebbs and flows. So, even if you're having a hard time, just tell yourself it will pass. And miraculously, when you just let go, that's when the universe gives you better opportunities, gives you like a lighter feeling, and then you amplify from there. So basically, what I'm saying is try to identify as many good things as you can that's going on in your life, and then make them shine brighter. Like you can imagine them as like jewels or light bulbs.
Like a diamond. Yeah. Shine
Yes.
bright like a diamond.
Yes, that will dispel all the darkness. Or maybe another analogy, this is my favorite. Like, if your heart, this is from Thich Nhat Hanh, by the way, a Buddhist monk. So, if your heart is as small as a glass, a drop of ink will make the water very dark. But if your heart is as big as the ocean, a drop of ink will not matter. So
Makes sense.
it would help to just dilute the unpleasant things or the unwanted things in our lives with things that we can appreciate, things that we can be grateful for. I'm not being preachy here because I also do struggle with that sometimes. So it takes practice to actually get used to these methods.
Okay. Sobrang kalokohan na naman yung pumapasok sa isip ko patapos sa episode natin, no? Sobrang random ng utak ko eh. Ang pumapasok sa utak ko ngayon was, bago ako mag-parting learning, pag pangit ka, dapat ka bang wag tumabi sa mga gwapo? So, dapat ang strategy mo, tumabi ka sa mga mas pangit pa. Para hindi ka yung pinakapangit. Wala lang. Sobrang random lang ng cheerleader effect kasi. Cheerleader effect. So, syempre parang, kung puro sobrang yung mga katabi mo, maano ka dun. Pero again, sa akin nga, looking at it, it's an inner state pa rin sa akin eh. Looking at it. But as we were talking kanina, I agree with you with alignment. If part of yourself don't like what you see in the mirror, pero even if you affirm, positive through it, there's still a part of your brain that would
Reject.
counter it eh. And parang, okay, hindi siya aligned eh. So, malaking factor din yung sinasabi mo kanina that you also have to put in the effort for it. I mean, a lot of people have to like spend time to build that better version of themselves. And malamang wala naman mga bata na nakikinig dito na sa show na to kasi malamang na ini-expect ko lang ang audience ko nasa 18 pataas na eh. You're an adult. If you believe that ganun ka pa din mula nung bata ka, teka lang, you have the chance already to change things. Be it for mindset or let's be real here. Marami ng bagay ang kayang... No, wait. I'll be more straight. Iniingatan ko pa yung words ko eh. Magtrabaho ka na mabuti para meron kang pera pampagawa ng mga kailangan na gusto mong gawin para sa sarili mo. That's it. I've seen a lot of people have very, very low energy nang sobrang walang-wala sila and very changed energies and bagong... Hindi ko gets eh. Nagbago yung mga itsura nila, mukha nila. Is it just about money? No. Again, money is energy. Nung nagkaroon sila ng pera, nag-iba yung environment nila. Mga kasama nila, mga kaibigan nila, nagbago. Hindi naman nila kinailangan maggawa ng surgeries and everything. Pero yung iba, if that would make you feel better, go do it. Nasa panahon tayo na you have the capability to already make those personal changes for yourself. Diba? So if you're still stuck in the age na 1990s, teka lang, gumising ka na. Diba? You want to feel something like this, work for it. If you have the money, go get it.
Yeah.
Simplify ko lang, yun na yun. Kung tingin mo pa na hindi mo solve ng pera yung problema mo, enjoy.
I just want to add something to that. You mentioned earlier na tumabi ka sa mas pangit sa'yo.
That's a strategy.
Yeah. Meron naman akong isang strategy. If you don't like the culture you're in, change your culture.
Ganda, yes.
Diba? So,
environment eh.
Find other circles that would actually support your growth or support your enhancement. Diba? Kasi if you're surrounded by people who are negatrons, diba? Maybe it's time to find new friends.
Baka yung beauty mo pang-apam talaga. Yun eh. Baka pang-apam ka talaga. Or yun nga, hindi, nandito ka sa Pinas eh. Baka hindi pang Pinas kasi itsura mo. Di ba? I mean, lipat ka ng ibang bansa, baka ikaw na yung pinaka, exotic doon, di ba? I mean, beauty is in the eye of the beholder pa rin, and I agree with that. And sabi ko nga, lalo na for people who are looking for love and acceptance, ito yung center nun eh. Yun yung tinitingnan ko, love and acceptance. Go find your crowd. Go find your person. Haba pa to, Kyla. Mag-uusap pa ulit tayo. May isa pa tayong episode eh. Another one. Kailangan natin mag-another one.
Pero may isang-isa lang ako sisingit.
Sige, bago tayo matapos.
Okay.
Go.
Go find your person and also go find the better version of you.
Ganda. Okay. So, before matapos, would you want to share your learning for this episode?
Well, we did tackle a lot of topics. Basically, maybe like this podcast reminded me to go back to practices that are related to self-care or self-love.
Oh, yeah.
Because I haven't been consistent for the past few months. So I'd like to improve on that personally. And I also want to appreciate my own journey, from feeling unpretty to feeling more confident.
And you are very, very confident, Kyla. I just want to, simula na nakilala kita, you're always parang pag nakakausap kita and when you're front-facing, you're talking to clients, you're talking to friends, very, very good energy all the time.
Thank you. I mean, I just try my best, It hasn't been always easy.
Okay. So sa akin, learning ko for this episode, environment. Okay, pumili ka pa rin ng environment kung saan ka babagay. Pag sinabihan kang pangit, matuto ka rin magsabi ng ulul. Pangit ka din. Kung sinira niya yung araw mo, sirain mo rin yung araw niya.
Kindness,
diba? Ay, sorry. Well, oo nga. Tama. Other things na natutunan ko, within this episode is your energy vibrates. It starts inward. If you get to ang laking bagay ng stress, 'di ba? You have to manage your stress. You have to manage those thoughts so that hindi masyadong maka-affect dun sa mga hormones mo. Importante din dito yung natutunan ko rin kay Kyla, importante din yung what food you intake. Napaka nun, kailangan bantayan mo rin yung food you intake. Lalo na kung nagkakaroon ka ng maraming breakouts. So pwede mong i-check, is it because of stress? Is it because of what I've eaten? Or is it because of kulang ako sa tulog? Maraming factors eh. Maraming factors eh. Other things, siguro, love yourself more. So I want to end with that. Listening to this podcast, lalo na sa self-talk, the initial goal, the intention is for you to understand yourself more and for you to love yourself more. Yun lang. So, Kyla, again, thank you for this episode.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Always. Next
Yes.
time, usap pa
Next
tayo
time.
ulit ng, yung Inside the Mind. Inside the Mind
Yes,
tayo.
I look forward to that.
Oh, looking forward. And again, this is Self Talk with Ken Sumera. Kita-kits sa next episode. Bye-bye.